Hey guys, Richard from Elite Tackle and my dog Braxy. So we've just got a brand new range of lures in called Red Sea, an amazing handmade Italian lure. And I'm just starting to stack them on the shelves. And as I was doing it, I was thinking to myself, why are these lures so good? And why should you guys buy them? So I thought, you know what, I'll take you through the steps that I take to test these lures and to show you the quality and how we think they are so good. Let me show you. So the number one thing we test for is the action of the lure. And of course this is absolutely number one, paramount of importance. And of course if the action's no good, then what's the point of everything else being good about the lure? But we test the lure not only in calm water but also rough water situations to really get a good gauge of exactly how this lure reacts to different water conditions. So action is number one. So number two is lure balance. What I mean by lure balance is, for example, with the poppers, is how this lure sits in the water column. If it sits too arse heavy down like that, we don't get a good pop out of it because it wants to pop and breach out of the water. And for the stick baits, for example, the sinking stick baits, when they sit in the water, we want them to sit horizontally and have a nice wobble and drop. If they drop tail first and sink like a rock like that, then they're no good. Fish do not like it and we don't get the nibbles we want. So number three is the quality of paintwork. So what I'm talking about there is not only does it need to have a really well finished painted surface, but also to the epoxy that's applied after the paint has been painted on needs to be of great quality and quite thick. So for instance, in this case here, this lure has a foil finish added and I cannot feel that foil on my finger. So therefore the epoxy layer is very thick and high quality. So number four thing I look at is quality of craftsmanship. And what I mean by that is actually how well the actual timber surface has been finished off. So is the curves of the lure smooth? Is there any open pores of the timber showing? And in this case here, you can see it's absolutely perfection. Beautiful smooth surface, no open pores. Very, very impressive. So the fifth thing that we look for in a lure is the quality of hardware. So let's have a look at this lure here. So let's start from the nose. As you can see here, it is beautifully finished off. We have a stainless steel insert here that's beautifully finished into the cup of the lure. Then we've got that 2mm stainless steel wire that is beautifully hard finished off there. Then here, I know we've got a NT swivel, one of the best quality swivels on the market in the world today. Then here, you can see the wire has been tightly compacted around and it is very well finished off with another stainless steel insert. That is a really high quality hardware finish. So number six thing I look for is actually consistency in the quality of the lure. So what I'm talking about, the consistency in the paintwork, in the epoxy, in how it's been wired, the hardware as a whole, but consistency throughout all the lures. So I check out all the lures every time they come in to see what the consistency is like. It's really important that they are all the same. So the next thing that we look for, number seven, is castability. What I mean by that is how well actually this lure casts. It's all very well to have it well balanced and it's got a great action, but if it's cartwheeling in the air or spinning around or whatever, then it needs to be reworked. But in this case, these lures have a little bit of a tail weighted section. They still are well balanced in the water and cast fantastically. So the eighth thing we look for with a new lure manufacturer is their ability to take feedback from us and the ability to improve based on our recommendations. And in this case, Red Sea are very, very proactive in that department, and which makes us super excited to work with this company. So last of all, the ninth thing, what we look at is price point. So it's no point having this amazing lure with all these high quality features that is just too expensive for the average Aussie angler to afford. So in this case here, we have this super high quality lure that we think is still very affordable and is one of the most important things at the end of the day, because if you can't afford to buy it, then what's the point in having it? Cheers. Thanks for watching, guys.